Hey, good morning, students and faculty. Or if you view this in the afternoon, I guess it's good afternoon. But hey, it's Thursday, and you know what Thursday is? It's positive in the present. So 2 days ago, Governor Herbert announced the closure of all public schools in the state of Utah for the remaining 2019-2020 school year. Even though this was not a complete surprise, it did hit home for a lot of us of the reality of not coming back, especially seniors. I know a lot of you and a lot of us were hanging on to the hopes that we may come back, even if it was for the last 2 weeks of school. I met with our entire faculty yesterday over Google Meets, and we are all committed to not only provide you learning opportunities in our subject areas, but more importantly, to be a support and a connection to Green Canyon. We realize that none of us signed up for this situation, but it's here and we're living it. So my message today comes from two children's book stories, Chicken Little and Little Red Hen. If you've not heard of these stories, then I advise you to look them up on Google and read them. Again, Chicken Little and the Little Red Hen. So my message is to you during this pandemic and crisis is to choose your poultry. You can choose to be like, during this crisis that we're going through, you can choose to be like Chicken Little and run around saying, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Or you can choose to be like the Little Red Hen and go about working and making the best of a situation. You know, our mission statement is the PACK, P-A-C-K, purpose, attitude, connections, and knowledge. The first two is what I'd like to leave with you, purpose and attitude. During this next week, would you please find your purpose, if you haven't yet, and evaluate your attitude toward our circumstance? I don't know what the future is, but I do know I personally can find purpose and have an attitude of what I can do to make, hopefully, this situation better for me and for others that I'm around, and then how I can learn and grow from this. So, you have a choice. Choose your poultry. Now, seniors, I'd like to talk to you just for a moment, especially about the year-end events, which includes graduation. I know that the state superintendent, Sid Dixon, talked briefly about virtual graduation 2 days ago. We met yesterday with the student body officers, and I've also had numerous emails from parents and people who want to help and be involved. I just want you to know that we have not forgotten about you. We're looking at several options and times. We want your feedback. So a survey was going to be sent out just to the seniors on Canvas in the next day or two for you to respond that will provide us with information and a feel of what your thoughts are on about graduation. I know that right now there's a push in the state of Utah. In fact, if you saw the news yesterday, there's several schools who are getting petitions together to take to the state superintendent, the state board, to ask about reconsidering the virtual graduation. So I think, I know that that's not the best environment, but please know that we are looking at all different kinds of options, that nothing's been set yet. So that feedback that you give us is valuable. We're also meeting with other principals in our district and personnel at the district office to look at some consistency as a district. So that feedback you give us will be valuable. And so please know that we're planning, we're looking at all different kinds of options, and we're going to try to make this as a great of a graduation or a celebration as possible. In fact, let me just share with you too. I've gone to probably 28 graduations over the years of being a principal and being a teacher and a coach. And our graduations are pretty much the same year in and year out. You kind of get this, some I can't really remember a whole lot about. But this year, this is going to be something that can be epic. It's going to be different than no other graduates we have. So whatever we choose to do, it's going to be memorable. It's going to be something good. So again, look at it as either, don't run around, say the sky is falling, but look at opportunities to make this a great, great opportunity. Now, seniors, you received this, probably a handout was emailed or sent to you on caps and gowns. in preparation for our graduation, whether it's going to be virtual or here at the school or parking lot, however we do this, we do need your pictures, and we need you to get your caps and gowns. So just a reminder to look at this paper here that was sent to you, and if you didn't get one, listen closely here. But next Monday, this following Monday, we are going to have our caps and gown pickup. The caps and gown pickup is going to happen here in the front of the school in the Circle Drive from 9 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to try to do everything we can to do the social distancing. You'll drive up, or have however you come up with it, you'll drive up in the front of the school, and then you'll give us your name. We'll have the caps and gowns on tables, and we'll hand you the caps and gowns, and to try to keep that social distancing appropriate. And that'll be on Monday. Now, that'll give you time to get the caps and gowns, iron them, look at them, those kind of things. And then, in preparation for our graduation ceremony, we also want 2 different pictures from you. So on Thursday, the 23rd, students, you'll need to arrive at GCHS wearing your caps and gowns for an individual caps and gown picture. If you don't have a cap and gown right now, please contact the school as soon as possible. And if you still need to order one, Wendy, my secretary, can give you that information. But if you still don't have one, still come, because I think we have a couple extra that you can at least put on for the pictures. We want your picture. So that'll be done you'll come in the north parking lot, and we'll do that in the commons area. So if your alphabet last name is from A to F, you'll come from 9 to 11. If your last name is from G to N, you'll come from 11 to 1. If your last name begins with O to Z, you'll come from 3 to 5. And then from 5 to 6, we'll do some makeup. Now, when you get here at the school, we'll have some people out there to help that we keep people at least 6 feet apart. You'll come in, you'll take a still shot with your cap and gown, and then you'll go to another picture where Mr. Oldham will be taking a picture that will be kind of more of a expressive one that shows you. And you can kind of do a hey or whatever you want to do. And all this, so we'll have 2 different pictures, and you'll get to be a little more expressive in the other one. And this will all be involved, whether we do live graduation or whether we do virtual or whatever we do, a combination or whatever we do, we still need those pictures. So please mark those on your calendar. And that, again, this Monday, caps and gowns, pick up in the front of our school, in the front of the school. Thursday, picture taking. Come in the north parking lot, and you'll be directed to come in the commons area. There'll be people there to help chaperone and supervise us to help us with the social distancing. And that's at least the first start as we start going down this road of some of our year-end celebrations. So again, please know we miss you, and that we know now that as we move forward for the next 6 or 7 weeks, please do the best you can. Please make attempts. Our teachers, I know that this is not their best environment either, but I guarantee we got great teachers, we got great students. We know that they're not performing at their best. We know that you're not performing at your best. So as long as our teachers and we give you our best, you give us your best, grades and things like that will all work out. And anyway, happy Thursday, and it's good to visit with you, and have a great week. Thank you.
Hey students, Dave Swenson asked me to just kind of come in and give you a little bit of information. That second video recording, when you come in with your cap and gowns next Thursday, if you want to bring something small and appropriate, some kind of a prop, like if a ball or a book or something, not an animal, no pets, but something that shows your personality. That's what we want to capture. What you want to think about is if you've ever been watching a sporting event, and when they have the person's name and the picture comes up, rather than just a photo, it might be a video of them going, or hey, this is me, something fun. It will be 4 to 6 seconds, so really, really short. But if you want to bring an appropriate prop with you, you can go ahead and do it. Like my lacrosse guys, if you want to bring a stick, a ball, a helmet, Same thing, basketball or a debate student, if you have something that might be a prop that you've had. Something that shows your personality would be really cool. Thanks, we'll see you on Thursday.